Yeah, what is good? My anime faithful. What is good? I honestly have been enjoying this show from start to finish. And I'm not gonna lie, this last part was probably the most out there I've seen, just in the case of like how there was so much information being done right in front of us and that they played it off so well, right? Usually the shows when they do this type of stuff, they do not give you a chance like they kind of did with this week's episode to see these things. But everywhere that it was doing it, you can tell that the camera was on their side, right? Because these things were possible for them to do in these moments. And I always hated shows that kind of do it where it's like they were in the most craziest positions, or there's just ways that it would have never worked out the way that they want us to believe it worked out. And that wasn't the case with this, right? I feel like they did a really good job of pushing how he got every single trap done. And it even has to go to the point where we have the girls up top who are watching the monitor who have the best seats in the house to see all this happening. They're the ones that really tell the story of why all this stuff is so interesting and why all this stuff is probably going to ultimately lead to them following up on our boy, like keeping up with him, making sure they can tell exactly what the hell is going on, because even he has pulled the rug over one of the worker girls up out there because she is being told all these things. She didn't even notice it, and she has the cameras and all that stuff. So it just goes to show you how hype it's gonna be for my boy to go and fight against people who he don't care about, who he truly thinks can die or something like that, right? So here is my whole like stance on the beginning and up to this point. Everything happens for a reason, kind of like me getting slapped right there. You know why that happened? Because I'm trash. But no, the happening in this week's episode just comes from this character um, having secrets supposedly that he's never even shared with his true quote unquote friends, which kind of is a breach of what he was already preaching about his mom and wanting to do what it is, uh, you know, she asked him to do, which was to make friends. And with friends, you're not supposed to keep secrets and stuff like that. So imagine how much of a betrayal that is to his mom, who uh, clearly wanted him to treasure friendship with all of his heart. It now puts us right back to where we started, to the point where he almost doesn't even have that on his side. But at the end of the day, too, me being the anime G that I am, I'm joking, but with them giving us a lot of obvious signs that he is doing this as a front, like he just doesn't want anybody to get hurt. He just doesn't want to see these people be in the position that he's putting them in because of himself. And I love that. But here's the thing, he clearly is hurt, right? Like, he's clearly not happy about what's going on. And there's a train. So that's awesome. I just got distracted by a train. Let's see if I can win after that. Regardless, it does not help him when he's going and trying to be, the cool guy who's going to practically take the fall. And ultimately, uh, we don't know what the heck these games are. We're already told that it's practically impossible to win these games by yourself. So we have all of these indicators that are telling us he's not going to be able to make it. And at the same time, we just saw what he's capable of by himself. But that was with the help of the people who started to believe in him, right? Like, he had the side of all three of them at one point. I don't know if he can do that with a bunch of random people that might just continuously keep their friends alive throughout this whole situation that they've already endured up to that point. But like I said, there was a lot of information given, and that big information is that the guy with the glasses could have already done another game, which then tells you, like, even though he did all this and he was like vengeful and all that stuff, he still had something else up his sleeve, in my opinion. Like, not only was he trying to screw over these people or maybe get out of this friendship and have that girl to himself the way that he was acting, um, all of that's kind of washed away with the final notion of him saying that I love the main character, right? Like, so who was he truly trying to take away from each other? He was. It makes more sense. He wanted to take her love away from her because that's his love, right? I'm going to take away from you the most because you took something precious away from me, and that was my love. Kind of crazy. So I am curious to see what people will be saying about this week's episode. Not only that, him going down there by himself was interesting, but now having someone that he considers um, will hold him back. I know he might have said that just to seem cool and to make sure they like forget about him. But at the end of the day, if he does really feel that way and he can't just let go of the kill switch and kill all these people in his way because his friends down there, this might have been worse than he actually thought. So overall, everybody, I hope you have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.